try to get that edge closer to the tree, Hudson? Caroline, you're gonna have to pull that edge over a little bit. No, not that way. Go that way some more, Hudson. What do you think? Is that looking good? Yeah. All right, go ahead and hammer one of these in. I'm gonna stand on this so it doesn't bounce around so much. Hey, psst, stand right here. Can you slide your hands down at all? There you go. You'll get more power that way. It's harder to hit it though, huh?
Yeah, I can.
Wanna try again? Nice. Nice, you just got one more. Hey guys, welcome back to Woods Tree Farm. I'm Phil, and on our 43-acre farm in Central Virginia, we do Christmas trees, flowers, and a little bit of firewood. And we are always looking for ways to kind of elevate the experience for our farm visitors, and we're constantly adding new components to their experience when we get here, and that's what we're working on today. Lately, I've been a little reluctant to share some of these projects that we do. We've got a couple, let's say, copycats in our area. There are a few other farms trying to do some of the same things that we're doing, and they are, definitely implementing some of the things that we have shared on this channel. In some ways that does rub me the wrong way, but yes, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and I am, to a certain degree, thankful that we have been able to share what we share around here and that other people find that information kind of valuable. I get a lot of my ideas from other farms as well, so I get it when there's a lot of borrowing going on, but when it's a very nearby farm pulling from some of the same customers, that's where it kind of starts to get me, rubs me the wrong way, is what I said earlier. And the other way that I need to think about this, though, just so that I don't let it bother me, is that if other farms are copying what we do, that means they are always at least one step behind. And we are constantly adding new things, so we are always going to be one step ahead. What we're working on here today is a little fairy garden. It's something for small children to play in. We're actually going to line this area with pea gravel. I think pea gravel is going to be our best kind of low maintenance option. And we actually have an excess of pea gravel around the house, and we're just going to go steal some of that. So we don't need to buy any new material for this. The landscape fabric we already had from our flower efforts, and the timbers was something that I cut on the sawmill here. Those are untreated red oak timbers. They're probably only going to last a couple years like that on the ground, but if this is thoroughly enjoyed, we could probably build upon this in the future, and we can easily pull those timbers up and replace it. So what we're going to do now is get the gravel next. We'll spread it out, and then we'll gather up our supplies for our little fairy garden so that when kids come and visit, they can add their own creativity to this little fairy garden. All right, now what do we do, Caroline?
The first thing is step on it and try to spread it with your feet.
All right, let me try to get some to the corners. Hudson, bring your big feet over. Get it in the corners. Look at Caroline's idea. Who's gonna drag it? You can probably use, if we didn't bring a shovel, do something like this, I think.
That's what I tried doing before.
Alright, Jalen, I got an idea. You get on that side, and I'll get on that side, and we'll try to drag it.
Okay.
Ready? Let's put it. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you're always going to get some of that, just some feet. Keep going. I think that's all we need. We don't need any more than that.
Yeah. We can go eat lunch. I'm hungry.
Same here. Okay.
So what we're gonna do first?
Whoa. Oh, I have a better idea. This will just be like a climbing area. Climbing area. Yeah. I'm making like over here the park.
I think Max likes it.
So I'm trying to make a playground. This the seesaw, climbing area, and a slide.
Nice.
And then I'm going to make like a little place where they can eat lunch.
A picnic spot.
Yeah.
A fairy picnic spot. What are you working on, Hudson?
I'm making this little house. I'm currently trying to shape the roof pieces. This one is a bit too long at the moment.
Yeah, that's hickory bark. That's going to be hard to break, so you got to find
Yeah.
some oak bark. It'll be a little easier to break.
That one's gonna go there. We gotta find one that will fit like that and be about that long.
So that's the kind of project I love to do. The kids really enjoyed helping, and there were many times they tried to say, oh, we need a break or we want to get lunch or whatever, but I had them power through. It only took about an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 40 minutes, and we knocked this out real quick. The thing that took the longest was actually milling those timbers that we put around the perimeter. I thought I had enough of 4x6 stock that I was going to use for the perimeter. I didn't have enough, so I actually had to cut them in half. So they're kind of like 2 3/4 by 4 inches or whatever, but it'll be just fine. We put about 2 inches of pea gravel down, which is plenty, and I chose pea gravel for 2 reasons. Not only did we just have excess around the house that we could use for no additional cost because we already had it on hand, but I considered using sand, but after giving it some thought, the sand will just get grown up with weeds and stuff over time. Ants will like to burrow in the sand, so I think this is just a much better long-term solution as long as kids aren't throwing it anywhere, which that's probably going to happen a little bit. Nothing we can do about that, but I think people are going to enjoy it. The only other thing I'm going to do here is probably build a couple little shelves to kind of store the building supplies. We use bark and sticks and blocks of wood and just natural things, pine cones and things like that, that the kids can kind of play with here in this little fairy garden and build their own little structures. And rather than just having piles of debris around this and it looks kind of cluttered and ugly, I think we're just going to make a couple little bins or shelves to store that stuff in. So there we go, guys, our newest addition, the latest thing for another farm to copy nearby. And like I said, I kind of let that stuff bother me, but it really shouldn't. And we're going to enjoy this. Our visitors, our farm visitors, I know are going to enjoy this. And that is what puts a smile on my face. So hope you guys have a good one. If you got any questions or comments, you know where to leave them. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.